Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the MDL European qualifying coverage on what is day number 2 now of Group A action, and we are kicking it off with a best-of-1 series. It's not necessarily an elimination match. I'll get to that in a second, but a best-of-1 series right here. This is the losers bracket first round. The loser of this will be bounced all the way to the very first round of the playoffs. The winner will have a chance to advance on a little bit further once they then move on to that playoff stage. Best of 1, we have Double Dimension versus OG. Let's see what happens. That is right. These two teams going at it. As in case you missed yesterday, it was a pretty crazy day of Dota 2 action, specifically from Group A here. You may recognize, well, OG and the loser. What happened? Well, they ended up losing their series against Team Moriarty, which actually was one of the open qualifier teams. Moriarty defeating them 2-1 in a pretty solid 3-game series that was. So OG finding themselves in a very unusual spot, to say the least, or unexpected, I think, is safe to say here in these European qualifiers. But as I stressed, there is no elimination from the group stages. It's just a matter of where you are placed in the playoffs. But Double Dimension on the other side, a makeup of very good players themselves. I could definitely see this this best of 1, this one game, going either way. With all of that in mind, we have a draft underway. First off, I don't even know if I mentioned yet, but I am BreakyCPK, going to be your caster for today. So we have this series. This will be followed up by the winner playing against Team Moriarty. So we'll see if OG gets that rematch, or if Double Dimension will take them on in the following round. But Singularity, the team actually already advancing on from Group A, as they won both of their series, and thus advancing straight to the semifinals because of that. It is also worth pointing out, as you probably noticed by now, OG, they are once again using effing Mad, whatever you want to call him. Of course, he's technically their 6th man on the roster, also happens to be their coach. Still no official word on resolution on why that's the case. Again, I'm not looking too much in this. I assume it's simply just because of scheduling conflicts and really nothing more. But point is, he is playing once again in place of resolution, so he'll be playing that mid-roll, as we saw yesterday. All right, the draft is well underway, so let's start taking a closer look and seeing what's going on. We had the Elder Titan first pick from OG. That's pretty signature for them, especially as of late. Of course, Jerax Elder Titan, something we see quite a bit, perhaps occasionally on Fly, but usually on Jerax. On the other side, we have Bane Gyrocopter coming out for Double Dimension. And then we have Puck as the other response for OG. So, Puck, another one of these very strong early pick heroes. You know, especially in a team like OG, you could easily see it ran by S4. You could definitely see it ran by Matt in that middle lane. Perhaps even, dare I say, a support role. You never know. You really never know. So, Puck, a solid option this early on in the game. Also, the Dream Quill already going to be nice for trying to keep Gyrocopter close enough to be able to beat him down rather than letting him run away, as he tends to do with all that move speed. Third pick now for Double Dimension, so they still need their position 4. Is definitely a hero that comes to mind. You have bands like Enchantress, Sand King, Nyx Assassin taken out. You even see the Dark Willow in there, taken away by Double Dimension. That's right. I personally have yet to cast a Dark Willow game, so she didn't make an appearance at all yesterday, whether it was bans or picks, actually. So interesting that we have the ban here. And it is a one-game series, though, so again, the mentality can change as far as you don't want to give a team not necessarily a cheesy hero, but one that's not the most played right now because she is very new to the competitive scene. So, but we have seen some strong games with her, no doubt, even in the offlane role or perhaps as a support. Point is, she's banned, so not going to see her here. They go the Earth Spirit instead as their position 4 hero, and then Disruptor. Pretty quick response from OG on the other side. Yeah, this is a major qualifier, guys. Again, to reiterate that, this is the MDL being one of the 5 majors remaining. $1 million prize pool tournament and everything. So, again, 8 teams here in the European region competing for that one spot ultimately. So, yeah, it's again, as far as, and that's people talking about why is a resolution here at such an important tournament. Well, you know, scheduled conflicts do happen. There are a lot of events, although it isn't major. I mean, there's constantly qualifiers going on, as well as the lands themselves. So I think the biggest thing, again, is the fact that this is not an elimination match. I really want to keep stressing that. This is simply to see where you are placed into the playoff bracket. If it happened to be an elimination group stages, and something tells me Resolution may have been here. They may have made it work out to where, okay, they really need him to be here. Now, this all goes back to also, Matt is a great player himself. So, yes, obviously, Resolution. You would, of course, rather have Resolution, if anything, just for the consistency of the roster. But let alone being considered one of the top players in the world, even. But Matt is definitely a good player himself. So it's not like it's some random fill-in stepping in for the team. Underlord, by the way, the 4th pick for Double Dimension, so that's going to be their offlane option. I'm always a fan of seeing Underlord, and no reason why that would be different here. Pit of Malice, great against a hero like a puck with that root ability, so I think that perhaps is one of the bigger reasons as to why they like the Underlord. I almost call him Dark Lord. I guess that could kind of work. That's more of a Shadow Fiend, though, right? So, anyways, the Underlord pick up here. Juggernaut coming out for OG, so Big Daddy No-Tail. I don't know what it is about that name. I just like saying it rather than just simply No-Tail. It's just a fun name to say. Anyways, he's going to be playing the Juggernaut, and not, well, it's not unusual. I mean, No-Tail's, God, there was a stat I remember seeing. Of course, I'm sure it was from the Haas, where No-Tail, I believe, has played the most heroes of any competitive player on the scene over time. I don't think he's played every hero yet in competitive matches, but he's played just about every hero because he's obviously played pretty much every role. He's played support, he's played mid, he's played safe lane. So I guess from that perspective, it's not too surprising for how long he's been around. But point is, he's going to be playing Juggernaut here, so it's not the illusion-based hero that we're maybe used to seeing with such a player. But of course, Juggernaut always a sound option. The spin, of course, fantastic against Gyrocopter, as far as preventing some good damage earlier on in the game. And just in general right now against Double Dimension's lineup, actually. So Fiend's Grip will still go through the spin, of course. So you've got to be a little bit wary of that. So they still have that TP stopper. If he tries to go for the spin TP, it would be an ultimate use, but definitely worthy for the cause if they find themselves in that opportunity.
5 seconds remaining.
Final bans to happen. We have a Shadow Fiend ban coming out from Double Dimension. Always got to be wary of the Shadow Fiend. And definitely could have set up nicely to finish for OG, so not going to happen here. I know OG ran the Viper yesterday, and right now Viper would be okay, I feel like. I mean, I don't think Viper's ever a horrible option. Definitely Corrosive Skin would be pretty strong right now this game. And on top of that, the break effect's not the greatest. I guess Underlord's Atrophy Aura it'd be okay against. But overall, I think just the Corrosive Skin and just his laning presence would be pretty strong right here. So maybe an option that they're thinking about. OG, who do they think about banning is the question now, too. Of course, they have the first of the final picks. So what other mid-heroes are still there? Well, Broodmother, that's always a good ban. Going into the final ban, especially. I mean, the lineup is not the worst at dealing with the Broodmother, but it's definitely not great either. So again, being best of one, especially the Mag Broodmother, is something that understandably they want to take away. Tinker is the final pick for OG. Okay, so this is going to be a Mad Tinker. Interesting.
5 seconds
now, Double Dimension, they have a bit of time to think about what they want right here. So no Viper, instead it's more the Tinker route. I mean, right now, Double Dimension's catch is okay. Earth Spirit, of course, potentially pretty good for that. What kind of mid-hero could they get? Maybe like a Queen of Pain to get in there and yields up the Tinker, or even apply that Orchid and burst him down as they catch him. So I think Queen of Pain is definitely a strong option here if you're Double Dimension. Somebody that's brings pretty good mobility and to help really make sure to catch that Tinker, I think is the biggest priority right now for Double Dimension. Because again, we're outside. Well, I mean, Underlord's Pit of Malice is also potentially pretty good. It has some decent range on it and can throw that in the trees if you think he's over there. So they do got that working for them. They could just go the Gyrocopter mid and a safe lane option instead. And I don't know if there's any that come to mind that fill that role. They do go Queen of Pain, so it is going to be the safe lane Gyrocopter. And yeah, Queen of Pain just makes a lot of sense. Again, good assistance for catching the Tinker and bursting him down when you happen to find him. So Okay, it is going to be No-Tail playing the Tinker, so Mad will be playing the Juggernaut. I was going to say, Tinker's one of those heroes where, especially for somebody that doesn't necessarily play a lot of competitive matches, it would be interesting to see him on that, but indeed it will be him on Juggernaut instead, a little more safer of a hero. And then Big Daddy No-Tail going to be playing the Tinker. So when was the last time No-Tail played Tinker? I figure Resolution is probably the one that plays Tinker for this team, I assume, but I might be wrong on that. Let me see if I can find...
10 seconds remaining.
Actually, let's just search by this. Let's see.
5 seconds remaining.
No-Tail. Heroes. Tinker. Okay, Tinker is his third most played hero overall in competitive matches. But again, when was the last time he played it? 21 days ago. No, that was practice. Never mind. Wait, this is all practice stuff. What the hell? What track's that? Huh. I'm not sure if I'm looking at this right on Dota Buff here. Trying to get a good idea of when the last... But it suggests this all practice. So the last time, no, normal... Oh, no, that would make sense, though. It's practice, a.k.a. Captain's Mode game. Okay, and then it also has all his TMM games. Okay. That's what it looks like I'm looking at. Okay, so I guess maybe he actually is their Tinker player. When they happen to pick up Tinker, he actually plays it instead of Resolution. So there you go. But the last time he has played it, according to Dota Buff, was 21 days ago. So it actually wasn't too long ago from that perspective. Looks like that was against Team Liquid, actually. Okay. There you go. Stats. That's what we do here, high-tier production. I see somebody point out double domination. Yeah, that was kind of a little amusing. OG, they tweeted out yesterday after they lost their match, and they tweeted out yesterday that they're going to be playing DD today in this loser matchup here. They call them double. What do they call them? Double domination. It's like, wait, what? It's double dimension, actually. That's their name. All right, here we go. But again, this is best of one. So, like I said, it's not necessarily an elimination match, but it's best of one to determine where you go in that bracket. So, here we go. Into the laning phase. S4 will be playing a signature puck. We have Matt again on the Juggernaut at the top lane. Jarek's getting an early ward down here in the middle. Draw it just in case you can't see it right there. I always like to find excuses to use the white circle thing. This is a 5-man smoke gang contempt from Double Dimension. They're going to wrap around. Ooh, they're pinging out the exact area where they are, too. This could be a catch. Fly. Will he be able to react in time? All of a sudden, they're going in. Fly's like, crap. He was not ready for this. Homing missiles channel. This is a kill. Easy first blood onto Disruptor.
First blood.
First blood.
Yeah, sorry, guys. I know nothing. I know. This is the first time I'm ever casting No-Tail, so I don't really know anything about him. So, I'm just learning the game, you know.
The battle begins.
Earth Spirit. He's going to go for the pull. But yeah, first blood for Double Dimension. Not much more that Fly could do about that. Did not expect it, to say the least. Ooh, Milan's in a little bit of trouble, actually. Yeah, he's almost lucky he didn't take tower damage right there. That would have probably been the kill on him, but no, he manages to walk it off, and Underlord will take over the polling duties. You do see, missed one melee creep. But Mag is going to bring the lane all the way into the top. Oh, Courier's coming back. Trying to snipe it. Milan, one more attack. He gets it. Nice Courier snipe.
Has been killed.
Takes it out. No items on it, obviously, but still, that's going to be a... that's definitely going to hurt No-Tail in the middle lane, and just in general.
Mine, I say! Mine!
Yeah, Fly doing what he can to still harass Underlord and say, damn it, why did you take my lane? But Underlord using that Firestorm, as well as the Attriara, to make the last hits real. All right, so bottom lane, though, they're sending, again, Elder Titan to the aggressive dual lane down
Dire's
here,
top
and
tower is
Milan's
under
rotated
attack.
in, so it's now 3 versus 2, and in fact S4. He just used his orb. They know this, of course. They're going to go for the jump. He has his phase shift to juke the homing missile. Another orb in 1 second. It's not going to be enough, though. Wow, too much damage. J4 with that brain sap to finish the job. So great job there by Double Dimension. And you know, if S4 knew that Milan was in the area, he probably doesn't use the illusory orb
Radiant's
to
bottom tower is under attack.
farm like he did right there, but simply was unaware. And a good capitalize from Double Dimension, though. Taking advantage. ET stacking some Ancients, hoping to get some gold later on. Oh, missed that stack, actually. Well, that was awkward. Double damage.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, the double damage, I was a little confused with that. I was like, wait, who got the double damage? It must have got destroyed then. I think Excalibur just ran over and killed it or something, so. Well, Tinker was about to pick it up or vice versa maybe, but either way, it looks like it got destroyed. Mad having safe farm at the top lane, to say the least. He's 12-3 right now, having a very good start. I expect, of course, the Battle Fury build on him. Seems like the go-to style. We'll see if he gets something like a drums or not in this game, maybe to help with the pacing. I mean, they do have a Tinker who's obviously going to be a bit of time before he comes online. So, I don't know, maybe he does go more the drums and actually just passes up Battle Fury altogether. But S4 bottom lane, he does have an orb this time, but it's so much damage. Jeez, that burst, and Dire actually scans the area. I don't know what that's about. That seems like a rage scan, because I don't know what that was going to accomplish right there. Unfortunate. Well, that's on cooldown now for 3.5 minutes, but the point is, another kill on S4. So, Double Dimension up 3-0 in hero kills now. Very good start for them. Working off with that first blood. How was the mid matchup going? 15-5 Queen of Pain versus a 10-4 Tinker. I would assume this is kind of expected in this case. Queen of Pain feels like she'd be a pretty good matchup as S4 again is taking out the Nightmare setup into a boulder smash. They don't even have Geomatic Grip. No silence from Earth Spirit, but it's just too much burst damage. I don't know if he had used his orb or what again, and they caught him without it, but man, he is having a struggle at this bottom lane. Already 3 deaths, so again, Jarek's finding himself back down there. Now, when it comes to CS, it's actually looking very good for OG. In fact, S4 is 15-9. He's 3rd right now in the game in CS, despite him dying now 3 times. So that's kind of the give and take there, as far as how the early laning phase is going. At Excalibur, definitely would expect to Veil this game. It's great synergy with the lineup as a whole. You know, Gyrocopter goes back to, he's dealing plenty of magic damage earlier on as well. You know what they call that and everything, so. Most certainly an item to expect. Nice phase shift there to prevent that good old homing missile. Rotation back to the bottom lane, S4. Again, could be in some trouble. This time Jarek's is here, so ideally he could help out S4 if need be. As top lane, it's Underlord in trouble, going to be glimpsed on back. Now Juggernaut running the other way, so Mag's actually in a good spot right here. Pops himself, barely surviving the auto attack. Does he have a TP? He does not. Oh, if he had a TP, this could be a great getaway. Now, the question is, do they see that or not? Because they're still running after him, but they're not going to find him. Oh, no, he goes in tower range. Oh, he takes a tower hit, but they're a little bit too far away. I think he's out of here. Oh, what an escape from Mag. Beautiful play. Eat it through the trees. And yeah, that glimpse was a little bit awkward. Again, Juggernaut, maybe the communication need to be a little bit on point, but Juggernaut kept running after him when he was being glimpsed back, and obviously that's you got to plan that out a little bit better. Got to plan that out. So definitely good execution by Mag, but slight misplay, safe to say, on the side of OG. See this. Ward just placed down right in front of Milan, so I'm wondering we're going to see a sentry coming out soon. Take care of that. Level 3 March, meanwhile, from Big Daddy No-Tail, as he's going to farm up his jungle. So Juggernaut at least go on the Ring of Acula. No surprise there. Again, it's the question, does he go the Battle Fury, or do they want more of a tempo item, such as the drums into the SNY even? Well, that is the ultimate question. With the way the game's already starting to play out, it's a 4-0 lead for Double Dimension right now. You do have Gyrocopter off to a pretty good start, it's safe to say. He's actually okay, man. Actually, looking at the CS, not doing that crazy good. But Excalibur's actually going right into an Orchid, so he's going to pass up the Veil ID altogether as he finishes his power treads there, but going to instead try to go into the Orchid, and obviously that means a little bit more time before he's going to have such an item. But will be great for helping to catch the Tinker. And actually the Puck for that matter, too. So feel like they need a little bit more control. As Jarek's down here with the smoke. Looking to set up for OG. OG's not on the board yet. As far as hero kills go, Mad also down here trying to change that S4 homing missiles channel name. See a roll in from Milan. Pretty aggressive one at that. I don't think they realize how many heroes are actually here. Out comes the Onslaught. Milan taking some good damage. Pops the Nightmare, but it's not going to be enough to save, and the stop will finish the job. Call down, coming down, Mad, and it takes a Sonic Wave to the face, and Excalibur goes in for the Scream to finish, and now S4 also in some trouble. So a great response with Double Dimension so far. S4, he is going to draw to the Illusory Orb, and he'll survive, but the 1-for-1 trade definitely favoring Double Dimension, as Juggernaut used that Omni Slash to take out Earth Spirit, but found himself in a precarious spot. In fact, we're not even done just yet, apparently. Brain Sap, they're going in. Jarek's hoping for the Echo Stomp run, but it's not going to work. And Excalibur gets a couple of kills through that, so he's now 2-0-1 here. As a result, goes back to the middle lane, and something tells me, yep, net worth, he is now topping the charts. 4,000 net worth overall. Underlord is going to go the Hooded Defiance build, at least. And definitely this feels like a pipe game, no doubt, of course. Tinker's one of those heroes alone. Anytime there's a Tinker on the other side, pipe is always a very good item to pick up. So I actually wouldn't be surprised if Underlord even just rushes into that almost as his first big item. We got drums being built on Gyrocopter meanwhile. S4 is just simply trying to finish a bottle, and he's in trouble right here. Homing Missile, it's going to connect because of the Nightmare setup. Look at that setup, man. You know, we see things like Nightmare into Mirana Arrow. Nightmare into Homing Missile is not something, you know. Well, okay, it was something we see a fair amount. I'm not going to say it's not something we see at all, but it's not as iconic as the whole Mirana Arrow into it, but still, it's just as powerful as you see right there. As Bane gets glimpsed back, but he got the sleep off actually on Disruptor. So even though he gets, it's almost like that benefited him. He got the setup that he was looking for, and he gets sent back to the bottom lane and pick up a bounty rune anyways, and helped continue to protect Gyrocopter. This star for Double Dimension is looking so good. 8-1 hero kill, but just again across the board, just their cores are both farming very well. Everything's just looking good about them. OG really going to be relying on No-Tail's Tinker. And Juggernaut is going to pass up the Battle Fury. That's what I was thinking about. It's just like, especially with the pace of the game, and you have a Tinker on your side who's obviously going to take some time before he's going to have high impact. So couldn't really risk going the Battle Fury. As Gyrocopter bottom lane, glimpse, yeah. Glimpse into the stomp. They're going to catch Gyro. That's a big kill. Is it a kill? It's not a kill. Oh, my God. Okay. Oh, man. If Jarex does not get off that auto attack, that bonus move speed because of the Astral Spirit, thank God for that for OG. That would have been extra frustrating. But they do get the kill indeed, and that is a streak stopper on top of that, so some bonus gold for Jarex.
Dire's structures are fortified.
But yeah, Queen of Pain, the Orchid, has one Oblivion Staff at least. So still a little bit of time before Excalibur will have that online.
Dire are scanning.
So Mad, again, choosing not to go anything like a Drums even, just simply going right into the Yasha, and looks like SNY will be the build.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Or, actually it's going to be Yasha and a Manta, excuse me. Manta is pretty strong in this game as far as what he can remove, so
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
making that a priority.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's over here. Disruptor. Whoa, he's being run at. All of a sudden, 4 heroes are here for the Radiant side. The Glimpse is not going to save him. Looks like Double Dimension is taking over the jungle. They know Tinker's wanted to farm up the jungle quite a bit, and so they're just constantly roaming in there, as we see, and taking control of it back.
Worthy tribute.
That's Juggernaut heading towards the bottom lane. Interesting. He's setting up as if they want to get this kill on Gyrocopter, but Gyrocopter, he's all the way over here. As we see on the minimap, nobody in the area. I mean, vision for the Radiant side is pretty blind over here, so a little bit surprising that able to avoid it as well as they did, but knew something was up. I mean, they are pushing tier 1 top, no one defending, so probably good information that, that there's a play coming out from OG, so good heads up there from Double Dimension. So instead, it'll just be the bottom tier 1 going down, no hero kill. Top tier 1 should be the same story.
Is under attack.
Bottom lane, or middle lane, excuse me. Gyrocopter, he does get hit with a stomp. Don't think it's enough damage, though, yeah. He has drums now, so he's pretty beefy, already 1320 life
Radiant's bottom tower is
at
under
this
attack.
point in the game. So that top tower goes down. Excalibur just about has the Orchid finish now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And you have the Underlord finishing his Hood of Defiance. He still doesn't have the pipe queued up yet, as oh, that was close to what it looked like.
Radiant's bottom
just to
tower
get out of the middle
is
lane.
under attack.
Danger. Yeah, so maybe Underlord going to go a different route for now, but again, pipe is almost want to say a necessity here.
Where's my pension?
If you're a Double Dimension. And just on a hero like Underlord as well. Again, it's such a natural item on him. So S4, it's okay, just going to be Nightmare, no homing missile. They're going to set up with Earth Spirit, though. Maybe try to get the silence. He did not get it off in time, though. Great phase shift reaction. Now Excalibur, he's got in the Static Storm combination with the Kinetic Field on top of the Omni Slash. And down goes the Queen of Pain. You hear Underlord, he's porting in, but the Dark Rift at level 1 takes forever to get here. So a 2-for-0 so far for OG, and it could get better. Mag, he still wants to fight. Fiend's Grip lockdown, that ain't going to work. He dies immediately after. Mag now caught in the Kinetic Field. Hood of Defiance beefing up quite a bit, but will it be enough? Jitney Rod, the fly cannon auto attacks, gets slipped back in, though, into a Bats by the Waning Rift nuke, and a couple more auto attacks should do it, but no, Jitney Rod's a little bit too fast. That with the call down, slowing down every one of OG. Keeps him alive, but the big picture, OG dominating that fight. And now they're going to take out the mid tower as well. Yeah, that was a case of Queen of Pain. Getting caught in that Static Storm was absolutely clutch. Well played by Fly right there as far as the positioning goes. But we're not done just yet, apparently. They want to defend this, and actually S4 is going to get caught by J4 initially of the Nightmare. The Pit of Malice rooting him in place as well, but he jaunts out with the Illusory Orb. So Double Dimension, they're not going to chase too far. And that will be the end of it. So the middle tier 1 is in deny? No, it's just out of deny range, actually.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So stay out of that for now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But first, seems like good sequence of events there for OG coming out. And you have Tinker now. He's back to the jungle. Bot's finished. A Blink Dagger well on its way.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, who are they catching here? That's J4. Bane. It's quite the reach. That's ultimately 5 heroes, man. OG just starting to move as a team all of a sudden. I don't know what it was, but I guess the Yasha pick up on Matt, and then these aren't necessarily items, you know, bots on Tinker. These aren't items where you're like, oh yeah, that's the reason why all of a sudden they're going. But, I almost call them optical. OG is making it work with the pace right now. And hell, even have S4, you know, only has really his bottle and power treads. Doesn't even have his blink just yet, but they do catch Tinker at the top lane here. That's one of the reasons why they got Queen of Pain, for that mobility to jump Tinker. And a Sonic Wave in the face. Bottom lane, looks like Mag is actually going to get taken out in response, so OG getting something out of that
Dire's
situation,
top
but
tower
still.
is under attack.
Good catch for Double Dimension there initially.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tempest of battle.
Overall, look at how this game's been going graph-wise. It's breaking the net worth graph, apparently. 2,000 net worth lead is a high point for Double Dimension, but now it's 1,000 net worth lead for OG. So a couple of swings here, really. Nothing too dramatic just yet. As J4, the Glimpse not going to be the most distant. Puts the Nightmare up, but the Omni Slash coming out. Mad cuts right through him, gets the kill. Tinker. March is put down. So Double Dimension does not want to fight further into it, but both supports getting picked off for Double Dimension's side. Queen of Pain, she now has the Orchid finished. But again, this kind of goes back to Excalibur's choice, though, with the Orchid, too, and that over the Veil earlier on.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
A little less of the early tempo.
That's
That's a lot of TPs. Oh, what a sleep setup. Jarrett's going for the Earth Splitter. This is going to be absolutely huge for OG. It does not catch everyone, though. The Earth Splitter, not the greatest positioning, but they do get the kill on Queen of Pain. Mag trying to go for the Dark Rift out with Didier Ryan. It's going to be successful. Great Uber reaction. And the positioning and the line of sight to stay alive. No, Didier Ryan goes down. Wait, where did he go? Oh, they went to the bottom lane. Oh, no. He went to the bottom lane instead of going back to the fountain. Oh, if he goes to the fountain there, I'm very certain Gyrocopter lives. So unfortunate there in that sense, but good effort, I guess.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
OG going for Roshan. Meanwhile, Milan's like, I don't want you to do Roshan. And they're like, well, okay, we'll kill you first then. Yeah, Milan, ambitious move on his part. I don't feel like that was really going to accomplish much anyways. And now OG is starting to really get some control of this game themselves. 4,000 net worth lead. And you have Roshan easily being killed now. I'm sure they're going to get the Aegis to Juggernaut to pick up here.
Roshan has fallen.
And Matt is also feeling very good with his farm now, too. Manta Styles finish. He's on top of the charts by a fair amount. 8,800 net worth for him, looking good. Top lane. Nightmare set up by J4. Running away, Queen of Pain. She went in as well. Nightmare on herself. Fiend's Grip locking on a Tinker, though. Good reaction from Double Dimension, turning their attention to go for him instead. So they burst him down with a Sonic Wave, but at what cost now? In comes the Terrain Coil reaction as well as the Static Storm. And Queen of Pain is going to be taken out. Milan trying to run, earns on him. Don't think that's happening. Glimp's pretty good, and he runs the other direction. But he'll end up falling. So they kill Tinker, but they lose 3 in the process. The Lord just got there late, and you do see he ended up going the pipe, but I don't think he's been able to use it yet. Gyrocopter, BKB in the works. Almost has it. No doubt going to be a very powerful tool this game. Down here. Not about Nightmare.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Earthsplitter connects. That was actually quite the lineup from Jirax. The sleep hits as well, and they are going to kill him? They need the vision. Okay, the rocket will hit. That was a good setup right there to take out Bane. Mag, he's going to be glimpsed back in. You can just tell OG's hold of something clicking so well right now. Mag is trying his best to survive. It's not going to work, though, even with the pipe using now the Omni Slash on top of Dinyara. He pops the BKB that he just got, but it's so much damage. Illusory Arm. S4 wants to finish the job. One more auto attack will do it in. Back over here. They clean up as well as they take out Earth Spirit. And OG is just on a mission to win this game now. They are not looking back. Ever since they took the net worth lead, it has just been getting increasingly better in their favor. That's now a mid-tier 2 tower going down. They're just going to push tier 3. They still have the Aegis on Juggernaut. Why the hell not? He has 3,200 gold he's sitting on too currently. So even when all this ends, he's going to be purchasing another pretty big item. Or at least makeup's just about there. So middle tier 3, it's definitely dead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, look at the racks. I mean, Gyrocopter's still dead for 10 more seconds, so why not? Without Gyrocopter especially, I don't think they're overly concerned. Sonic Wave is ready for Queen of Pain, and yeah, it's going to be enough to scare them back, actually. Play the safe route for OG, although maybe not. Big fallback. Tinker's coming back in. He's got a Kaya finish, by the way, now. Looking at his progress. Sleep on Juggernaut. Remember, he has the Aegis still. So he's taking some good damage right here. Will spin on out for now in the backline. So Milan trying to make a play, distract if anything. Now they're focusing his attention on him. Black Cannon auto attacks, though, from Ditya doing plenty. Mad keeps on running. Sonic Wave, it hit nobody. The phase shift from S4 avoids it. S4 will eventually go down, though. So I guess kind of accomplishing in the end. The Air Splitter doing some good damage to Ditya back there. But he makes it back. But Matt is still insisting on going back in. Tinker's reset. He's coming back now once again. OG is sticking around a while here. You got to wonder, is this the best decision to do it for this long? Because they're going to be fighting 5 versus 4 soon. As Earth Spirit's almost back up. Matt, he's still spinning on top. They want to at least kill the ranged racks. And they will do that. And now, is this the time where they retreat? I mean, they still have a healing ward, just where it's off there.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, maybe not. I mean, Tinker, he's going to constantly come back in, so. I think they've decided now's the time. All right, let's fall back. I think we're good now.
I'll take that as tribute.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You see Elder Titan, by the way, the Rod of Atos picked up. Fantastic item for him, just for his own setup, as well as against heroes like Queen of Pain. Rooting her in place. Speaking of being rooted in place, Fiend's Grip is going to be canceled out by the Drinkle. S4 jumps in with a Raining Wrist. Another BKB pop by Gyrocopter. Here comes the Uber attempt. J4 runs back to it. He says, Uber, I got the money, but I don't got a life. He gets taken out. Uber is sent back. Unfortunately not for J4. He missed the ride. Queen of Pain, Excalibur doing what he can, but OG just keep it on going, man. They are just not slowing down. They are just resetting. Go, 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 go. Milan jumps in, magnetized. The Earth Splitter going to bring him right back. Do some good damage. Not enough for the kill, though. Omni Slash on top of Underlord, however. He gets him taken out. Now Gyrocopter in a bad spot. You see a buyback from Underlord as he goes down, but Gyrocopter, he ain't buying back. He's dead for 55 seconds at this point. Of course, Aegis has been respawned, or taken away, but Matt doesn't care. He's still plenty tanky. He has 2 ultimate orbs now on him for 2,000 life and plenty of armor. I mean, I keep saying, is this where they fall back? I mean, no. Why should they, right? They got a healing ward coming back up. Tinker is just so good at resetting, of course. He's going to be coming back with a 4 staff now, by the way, that he has purchased here. And they're going for another tier 3. Double Dimension. They just cannot seem to stop this onslaught. It's been about 5 minutes now, it feels like. It's just constant barrage on their base. And J4, he's going to get caught. Great drink well set up. And actually now Excalibur will 2 go down. He has a buyback. He used it immediately, but GG's are called. And OG, they're going to take out Double Dimension here in this best of 1 advancing on. They get the rematch against Team Moriarty. The ones that knocked them to the losers bracket yesterday. That open qualifier team. So they get a chance to get some revenge, and I'm sure they're looking forward to that. As far as Double Dimension is concerned, again, all this means is that they are now in the worst spot, in the playoffs, going into the qualifying playoff stage there. They're going to be in the first round of the playoffs. They'll have to play through to see who gets on to the quarterfinals and so on. But OG, at this point, the best that they can do is, of course, advance on to the quarterfinals themselves in the playoffs. And they're going to have to match up against Moriarty again in that rematch to do so. But ended up being an entertaining game. I mean, it was an interesting one to say the least. The early game obviously belonging more so to Double Dimension right there. But then it was around this mark, just before about 18 minutes or so, that middle lane fight that happened. They got 3 kills, I want to say. The Static Storm on Excalibur that hit him and locked him down to death right there. And that's where OG set the tone of the game. And they did not look back since then. They just kept up the barrage at the base. And they ultimately take the game there. So very well played by OG, especially in the later parts. And again, advancing on. So double dimension, solid roster they're bringing to the table. Finishing the 4th place spot, though, here in Group A. And like I said, all that means they're now in that quarterfinal, or the first round spot of the playoffs now that they have to play through. Okay, guys, so we're going to take a short break, and we will have that best of 3 now of OG versus Moriarty. Like I said, the rematch. OG looking for revenge, and you know that they want it. Definitely, it was a moment yesterday for them where wasn't the greatest feeling, I'm sure. As far as on the other side, Moriarty, you know, they were living on a cloud 9 after that, but ultimately losing to Singularity in the finals, so thus why they are in the spot now, getting the rematch. So we're going to go on a short break, guys, get that lobby set up and everything, and look to get going into game number 1 of that best of 3 series. So once again, guys, I'm BreakyCPK. You're tuning into the MDL European qualifying coverage. Game 1 of OG versus Moriarty will be coming up here. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.